Do you daydream?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I think that's what I do in place of thinking, usually. So people say, what are you thinking about? Remembering things of my childhood.
Like
No.
what?
Oh, little things, like they would ordinarily sort of pass your memory. But I get on a treadmill sometimes and I can't sleep, and you just, you can start going back into the past, I mean really little things, like eating clay, digging into the banks and the river bank of Mississippi and finding where the clay is pure and putting salt on it, eating it, or eating shamrock with salt again. Or the time that my uncle was driving the pickup truck. We were delivering some produce. This is in Michigan now. And the brakes were bad, and my feet were dangling over the back, and we went into an embankment. And I realized that he wasn't going to stop. My feet were getting smashed. But I realized I didn't dare yell, because he would turn and probably let the car go back and break my feet off. And I just sat there and let, I don't know what, fate take care of it. And my feet didn't break. I remembered that. And that's buried very deep, this sort of thing. Fishing, going fishing with my grandfather, things like that.
Do you remember much of what it was like being black in Mississippi? Or
I only remember being a farm boy in Mississippi. Somehow we had neighbors that were white, and there were little things like when they borrowed the wagon, if they ever brought it back broken, they were never scolded for it. Yet if we broke it, we were always scolded for it, and that was a bit difficult to figure out.
did you associate it with the color?
No. Kids don't. Kids are
I know.
much more subjective than that. I mean, that's pretty, racial prejudice and color prejudice is a pretty bloody sophisticated thing, And kids just, they're much more basic than that.
Right.
They're much more personal, much more subjective.
But in a way, that gets to your self-image, doesn't it? I mean, it gets to, it's like these people aren't scolded, so maybe they're better kind of people.
There was something, yeah. Something was going on.
But isn't it from things like that that you start getting ideas about yourself? And
I suppose, yeah. You start getting either ideas of superiority over other people or inferiority under other people.
did you ever feel either of those?
No. It was quite a good family. They were quite good at raising children. My maternal grandparents, really. They had a strong sense of justice.